Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another one today. It is Saturday, so you know it's all about purchase or pass with all these new makeup releases. So if you want to go ahead and comb through all of the releases with me, keep watching this video, let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. I don't even know if you can. This is the Stella Palette from Adept, and this literally just came about an hour ago. So as soon as I had the chance, I wanted to go ahead and try it, okay? And I also have the Ayanna Palette as well, which I'm wearing on the eyes. Just was trying to do a little simple situation because it's late. It's 9 o'clock at night, so I wasn't trying to do a whole thing, but I'm into this Glow Juvia's Place lipstick. This is the shade Clay. I'm into it. So let's go ahead and get on makeup release radar. Let's go ahead and start with Clarity Cosmetics. Clarity Cosmetics is releasing matte bronzers. There are 20 shades and they're handmade, vegan, and cruelty free. These are some interesting shades. You know, I remember talking about these some time back. And so, all right, bear with me here. All of these can't be bronzers, right? Like cookie dough, turn it up a notch. Like those aren't bronzers, right? Let me know, but they are calling these matte bronzers, and I might be missing something here. So let me know if you know, because I don't know. I do like that they come in so many different shades. Like Dulce Mocha Drizzle, that's a bronzer shade. I like that shade, but I was thinking of that as an eyeshadow shade. Let me know, because I don't know. I don't want to keep talking about it because there might be something that I'm missing, but they are available now and they're $14, which is a great price. And Makeup Release Radar has the code RADAR10 and you can save 10%. LYS has a Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush Holiday Set. And so you know we're gonna have a bunch of holiday sets coming. These look really beautiful. We have the shades Empower, Unforgettable, and Grateful. Now this blush set is $20 and it's available now at Sephora. I've not tried the LYS cream blushes, but I have tried the cream bronzer, which is really nice, and these shades look great. Unearthly Cosmetics has a restock of some palettes. One of them is Fall Magic, and I have been working with that palette. I've done 2 looks so far, and I have 1 more to go before I post the video. But Fall Magic has restocked. The I'm So Jelly, oh Don't Be Jelly palette has restocked. Strawberry Milkshake, and then Hauntingly Glamorous. The only palette that I don't have out of this bunch is the Hauntingly Glamorous palette. I just think that this palette, oh, they don't have it on the little swatches or the slides. The Hauntingly Glamorous palette was just not a color story that I was into, but if you're into it, it is back. So really happy to hear that, because I know that people really liked Fall Magic for sure. And I actually had a fun time playing with Strawberry Milkshake. Don't Be Jelly is a palette that I do have, and it's sitting in my basket of things to use. So I am really excited to get into that palette, as well as another look with Fall Magic. I do have a code with Unearthly Cosmetics. It is FrizzFace, and that will save you 10% if you are interested in any of these palettes. Fall Magic is real nice though. Like if I had to choose one, it's Fall Magic. Now we see that Blend Bunnies Cosmetics is releasing some lip kits, and I'm gonna just go ahead and get to the full release from them because they have a palette as well. She has a palette coming out. So the palette is called All Done Up. There are 20 shades, 15 mattes, and 5 shimmers. I'm gonna pass on this palette. I don't know. I passed on the Surge palette I had Dollhouse and I actually sold it, and I didn't get Primal. And I see this one and I am not going to get this one either. I'm not sure. I think that before it was the large amount of shades in the palette, but this palette is actually smaller. There are 20 shades in this palette. I think the shimmers are going to be great. I don't see myself using the blend out shades too much, and I might be missing something. So just let me know if this is a palette that you are going to purchase. And then she does have the lip kits that are going to go with this palette. Now this palette is going to release today at 12 p.m. CST, so that'll be 1 p.m. EST. I'm hoping that I have this video up at that point. Let's hope. I'm trying. Makeup Release Radar does have a code, which is Radar10, that you can use to save 10% on this palette. I talked about this Midnight Garden eyeshadow palette from Dreamhouse Cosmetics. I do think this is pretty, but it is going to be a pass. Now this palette became available on October 14th, and it is $22.56. And this is really pretty, but I am going to admire this one from afar. It is pretty. Swatches look really good too. And friends, there are some things that I have talked about already, so I'm just skipping a couple things like this Disney stuff I've talked about. Now, Danessa Myricks has a chrome holiday kit, an infinite chrome holiday kit. And this has some chrome flakes and then a Twin Flames liquid eyeshadow, and these are new shades. Anything that has flakes in it is gonna be a pass for me. I like some of the Twin Flames eyeshadows. I have a couple of them, but they are not products that I reach for. So this is going to be a pass for me. The Hollow Beam palette is going to be restocking on the 15th, which is today at 11 a.m. CST. So if you were interested in this one, it is coming back. I did try to dupe this palette in my last BYOP video. This is not going to be a palette that I would wear outside of Halloween, and there's nothing wrong with getting a palette because it has a Halloween theme. It's just I'm trying not to do that. So I am going to pass on this one, but it does look really pretty and the swatches really look great, but I'm going to have to pass on this. We have an Ambiance palette here from Ace Beauté. 15 shades, 8 mattes, and 7 shape-shifting glimmers. This became available yesterday, which will be the 14th. I am not sure if anyone received this palette in PR. It's definitely a very nice fall color story, but I am going to pass on this as well. I know that Ace Beauté reformulated, I would say about a year ago now, and a lot of people liked the newer formula. So I know this would be that same new formula, and hopefully people really like it. But it does have a nice color story. It's just not something that I need to get in my collection at this time, so I'm gonna pass. Looks like Glamlight and Scooby-Doo is still teasing, and there is a Lunar Beauty launch happening this month. So we'll just keep an eye out for that. Viseart has a new palette, an Intendu palette, Le Murat. I'm not sure how we say that, but I am sure that I purchased it. I opted to purchase this one because, okay, so I think you remember I was talking about getting the Nars Stargaze palette. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with this one instead, yes. So on the Viseart website, I have one of those pro accounts, so I already get it for 20% off. Most of the time the Viseart shadows have a 36-month shelf life. I think that's nice, you know what I mean? Now, I'll use my eyeshadows and my products until they're unusable, but I just like that it has that long shelf life. And they're smaller palettes, and this one was cheaper. I think this was $44, yes, $44 versus the Nars palette that was $60. And then I got it for the 20% off. I do see some similarities between the two palettes, not exactly the same, but similar. So I actually think I'm gonna enjoy this. The one thing about the Nars palette was that like lilac shade. I love having the deeper purple, and all the rest of the shimmers look really nice. So, and the mattes are great. I have no complaints with anything that I've tried from Viseart. In fact, I have a couple of palettes from Viseart that I haven't used yet. I love how small they are because that's something I could actually set a goal to hit pan on, unlike some of these other shadows. So I did purchase this one. Be Perfect has a set with a huge palette. Hypnotize. Okay, this is a no. Never heard of this brand, Official Bloodline Beauty. But this is the Fall Vibes palette, and it looks like it has mostly mattes and then 3 shimmers. I mean, this is definitely a fall palette, but and I love how I have the little sweater on the front, Fall Vibes. That's really cute. I'm not gonna purchase this palette, but the color story is really cute. Talked about the Sonia G Fusion eyeshadow brush set. I did pass on that, but that is also available. Well, I passed on it for now. It is available. Now, ColourPop has a cute collection coming out. Haven't talked too much about ColourPop lately. They had the Hocus Pocus set and something else, I can't remember. This is kind of cool tone. It's funny, I have not purchased one thing from ColourPop this year. These Jelly Mud shadows are an absolute no. They just do not last. So this whole collection is a pass. Adept Cosmetics has some close-up lip shaper lip liners. These shades look really nice in case you were interested. I have not tried Adept Cosmetics, so I'm not sure about, you know, all of their products, but I really do like the shades of these lip liners. Glowish is coming out with some blushes. This is by Huda Beauty in 2 shades, and these are 2 no's. We have Sassy Saffron and Milky Rose. These are no's. And I was not trying to rhyme, but they are no's. I think I mentioned this palette last week as well, the Genuine Gems palette by Simply Posh. I think this is really cute, and I really like how there's like that row of shimmers in the middle. I just like the setup of the palette. And this is gonna be available on October 18th at 3 p.m. CST. Let me know what you're thinking about that one. It is gonna be a pass. So I did get this highlighter from Chanel as well as the eyeshadow quad. This will be my second eyeshadow quad from Chanel. I don't have a whole lot of Chanel products. Well, you know what? Let me stop lying. My Chanel stash is growing. It is. I love the lipsticks. I love the bronzer. I love the eyeshadow quad that I had, the red one. Anyway, I think I'm gonna love this as well. I got the shade Or Rose in the highlighter. This is the oversized highlighter. I just think it's gonna be great. The second shade is a bit more golden. I did not purchase that. And speaking of Chanel, they also have this illuminating eye gloss with the holiday collection. I did not purchase that. Let me see if I can scroll up and see the whole release so I can show you. Yeah. So here's the eyeshadow quad. It's Ombre de Lune, and I did get this. So I opted for this instead of the brown tweed quad. Those tweeds are like $88. This is $65. They're all expensive, but I love the embossings like for the holiday collection. And you know, this is a collection you can wear all year round. It's not gonna be just for holiday. I mean, it doesn't speak holiday at all. And then I did I? I don't think I did. I was gonna say I purchased this lip lac. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Rouge Allure Lac. I don't think I did purchase this because I was saying that I just didn't need anything like this. And I think it's not a matte, it's more like of a gloss situation. I don't think I purchased this, but this is the one I was going to get, but I did not. Now, here we have a collection from Kylie. Normally I'd put on the You Need to Leave. I would. However, I'm not. She is coming out with a Batman collection, and I'm not purchasing this, but I actually like how it looks, and it looks well done. Like that Grinch one, that was a no. When she did that Grinch situation, that wasn't one of her finest moments. But I'm not really mad at this Batman collection. Now, yes, it has a lot of neutral shades, and then you have the bright yellow and the bright blue, but like, at least you have the bright yellow and the bright blue, unlike that Prince collection from Urban Dismay. I mean, we've seen some collections that don't go with who the collaboration is with. So I don't think this is bad. And let me tell you, look at the embossing on the highlighter with the bat symbol, the bat call. It's not bad. I'm not getting it, but I don't think it's bad. Look, that's cute. That is so cute. And see, I love superheroes, so I'm not even mad. I don't think this was a bad job. So kudos to Kylie for now. Now, I've not tried Half Magic Beauty, but they have this Forever palette. So it's an empty palette where you can put highlighters and single eyeshadows in this palette. And it looks like, okay, so we have these little palettes in these little palette pods. And I guess you can take them out and put them in the empty palette. This is too much for me, so it's a no. Let me know if you have tried Half Magic Beauty. I don't know. That bright blue, like, I'm just not sure what's going on. I don't know, it's making my heart beat fast. So I'm gonna move on. By Terry has the Terrific Glow Palette, Terrific. No, this is a no just because of the name. No thanks. The palette is 5303. It looks like they have some other little goodies that I'm gonna pass on. It looks like Shine by SD has a Divinity collection coming out on the 14th, so it's already out, 22 shades. And the shades range from $5.10 to $13.10. I have a couple of, no, I don't have Shine by SD. I was gonna say JD Glow. Let me know what you think about Shine by SD, but I heard they're really, really good. Thomas is coming out with a gift set. I thought this would be a good idea, except for the fact that I have some of these shades like in the full size, so no. And there were other like shades I wanted to try, or fragrances I wanted to try, and they're not in this set. Just remember that a Bean Fume kind of smells like a sneeze. I've said that before, I'm saying it again, in case that was one of the ones you wanted to try. Bitter Peach, Lost Cherry, those are so great, oh my gosh, yes. Bitter Peach has more lasting power than Lost Cherry. I would go with a Lost Cherry dupe. I would go with the Burning Cherry from Huda Beauty. I would go with that. They don't have tobacco vanille, so what's the point? Now, I'm not familiar with the brand Diptyque, but they do have an advent calendar. It looks like the calendar has candles as well as like travel size fragrances. Oh, $410. Okay, that's a no. I don't know anything about Diptyque. Here are the lip products that are going to release from Ace Beauté. I think these are pretty, but they are a no. Ooh, they're a no though. Just says coming soon. Let's talk. We have Minka here from Adept Cosmetics. Now, I will tell you, the end of the palette was a bit unexpected for me. I didn't expect the two mattes to be purples. And I also really didn't expect maybe that Selena shade. Now, this is gonna be a gorgeous palette that I'm purchasing, but I'm saying I don't think I expected those two shades at the end. I was really planning for them to be brown, and they're not. But the palette is absolutely beautiful, and I do know I'm gonna like it. Adept has a great eyeshadow formula. Their shimmers are great. I don't have a problem with the mattes at all. Really can't wait to play with this. And I just, this is gonna be so good with, what's the palette? The Superman palette, House of L. Because House of L has those fiery shades. Okay, the Pastel Roses has a Ghost Show palette, and I might have been talking last week how they were sneak peeking it. This is a mess. This is a no. No. This is already available, and I'm gonna move on. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Patricia is still coming out with bundles and pieces of the Celestial Nirvana collection. That ship has sailed for me. She's also having a fall sale where most of the stuff is not going to be included, but it's like 30% off if you spend $150 or something like that, and then 25% off for everything else. I will put the details of that in the description box, but everything else that came out with this collection is a pass for me. The blush palettes have too many repeat shades for me. The 2U5 pans, those color stories, I just don't think they're gonna be worth it. The highlighter, I might go for on sale, and then the blush looks really light. So these are all no's. She's got some like lip products as well. Yeah, nope. And at first, I was saying like, I wasn't sure if it was a good thing or a bad thing that she's doing the slow release. But for me, it has been a good thing because I would have just bought the whole collection. Like, I'm afraid it's gonna sell out or something like that. I would have bought everything, and I'm just glad that I didn't, because the only thing that I really, really wanted was the palette, and I did not connect with that palette the way that I thought I would. So the rest of this collection is going to be a pass for me at this time. Now, Menagerie Cosmetics is restocking some products: the Sugar High palette, the Fight Club palette, which I always want and never purchase, and then the Authoring blush palette, as well as some lip products and singles. I'm still waiting to see the Dog Cat collection. I can't wait to see what that's gonna look like, but this is gonna be a pass. I do have the Sugar Glider palette, the Best Bloods Glow Blush on the upper right hand corner, and those are excellent. And I have the Indigo Ink palette, which I love. All right, we see some more gift sets. Let's talk about Florasis. Now, Florasis is coming out with the Floral Engraving Phoenix Makeup Palette. It has artful engravings and rich colors. Now, these are my colors and I really like them a lot. However, it looks like a lot of these look similar. So this is gonna be a no. I'd have to see it in action. This palette is $59. I definitely wanna try this brand because I love all the unique like carvings and things that they put into their makeup, but it is not gonna be with this palette. Now, the brand Alter Ego is coming out with the Harmony 15 color eyeshadow collection. This is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Retro, and they do inspired palettes from Natasha Denona and I believe other brands as well. You can let me know if you've tried Alter Ego and what you think about the quality of those palettes versus the Natasha Denona. Hands down, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that the Natasha Denona eyeshadow formula is so different from this one. So we'll see. Wow, we're gonna keep on going. See some more gift sets. We have some lipsticks from Hermes, which I know are gonna cost me an arm and a leg if I was, well, they would if I was getting them, but I am not gonna be getting these. The packaging is very, very nice. These are just coming soon. Let's talk about cosmic brushes. So I finally broke down and purchased this palette. Every single person that talks about this palette absolutely loves it. And it's $22.38. And there was some conversions, because this is a UK brand. But I did go ahead and purchase this. Like, everybody's like, you will love this palette. And it could be a possibility. So I'm excited. I'm excited to play with the greens in this palette and just see what kind of combos we can come up with. We have this pop orange shade in the upper right corner. So yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of looks I'll be able to create with this palette. I'm really interested. The swatches definitely look beautiful. Now, Martine Cosmetics is showing us a few shades from their XXX palette. I will continue to keep you all posted with that, but these are the shades that they have released so far. I was just looking at this one online, the Electrum Cosmetics Sea Witch palette. I am still feeling like this palette is a bit blue heavy. The shimmers look so great, and I almost feel like the shimmers would be possibly worth buying the palette, but I am gonna try to hold off. She has a bundle that has this palette and some multi-chromes in it for like $225, or you can just get the palette by itself. But these swatches look absolutely beautiful. If that's what the palette really looks like, I think it's pretty, and I might be swayed. Now here we have the first holiday set or palette release from Odin's Eye. Right now I know there are going to be 2 palettes. You can kind of see a little bit of the shades, but not really. I'm really curious about what that's going to look like. Most likely I will be purchasing that. All right, we talked about that. We talked about Adept. So now we have some shades from Shine by SD, and this is a new collection. I think I talked about these already, maybe. I can't remember at this point, but these are gonna be a no. Let's look at Terra Moons. Now this did release tonight, which is Friday, and I did not purchase it. You know, the more I look at it, I'm just like, Cara, you don't really go for these blue heavy palettes. So, you know, I'm just gonna say no, but definitely keeping my eye on Terra Moons as well as Electrum. I'd love to see what they're gonna do for Black Friday, because they usually have really good deals. Indie usually has, you know, has it going on, but this is beautiful. And then last but not least, it looks like Clarity Cosmetics is coming out with Cotton Candy Rainbow Multi-Chromes. These are available for pre-order, and you can use the code RADAR at checkout. So that's gonna be it for Makeup Release Radar. Let's just check around and see if there's anything else that we're interested in. Not seeing much. I'm not really seeing anything from Trend Mood. So yeah, I've checked around. I'm not really seeing much. Just gonna go to Chic Profile Official. And yeah, I think we are good to go on new makeup releases, y'all. All right, you guys, so that's gonna be it. As I said, I did purchase the Serenity palette, purchased a couple items from the Chanel Holiday Collection, and then I did purchase the 2 Adept face palettes. I'm trying to think of what else I have going on. Viseart. So I'm not really intrigued by too much that has been released, and that's fine. Like, I don't always have to be buying something. So I'm content this week. I do know that there's gonna be more, but I really just enjoy looking through all the releases and talking to you about them. Please let me know what you're thinking about these makeup releases in the comments. And that's gonna be it, y'all. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another Purchase or Pass. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. So until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.